We did today in history, but Mr. Finn, we left one out. I don't know how we missed it.
Did we?
But yeah, big birthday today. We talked about some significant birthdays today, but we missed this one. It's Braden's birthday.
Yeah.
And he's right there with us.
I think he is, yes.
You got a little tunage for us?
Well, I should have some here somewhere.
All right, here we go. We're going to celebrate Braden's birthday before we get the this. There we go. Got the kazoos. There we go. Happy birthday, Braden.
Oh, he's got to have his headphones on.
He's done.
So he's announced it. It's your birthday.
It's his birthday. How old? 21? 20?
I'm 14.
14.
14.
My goodness, he's a big 14-year-old. Nicely done. Hey, way to be born, Braden. Congratulations to you. You didn't have much to do with that, but what you're doing with your life, you have everything to do with, and congratulations for doing such a great job all the way to 14 years old. Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of work being born.
Yeah.
It really is.
I like that. Yeah, he had no part of it, but
yeah, but hey, what he's done with it since, absolutely fabulous.
That's
and
right.
now, time for a conversation all about faith and finance. It's Drew Blazsik. If you haven't figured it out, Braden is his 14-year-old son. So welcome to it, Drew.
Hey, good morning. It's his birthday, and he loves to shop, so there's a lot of garage sales going on.
Oh, nice.
So
there we go.
And it's National Donut Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he's too young to do donuts. He can't even drive yet.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe I'll take him in the CYO parking lot. We can do some donuts.
Yeah, and I wish my kids would like to have their birthday gift come from a garage sale.
Yeah. Yeah, we give them $5 and say, hey, you can buy anything you want.
Yeah, that's right.
Just walk away. Perfect. I love it. No. But, so it's, a couple things I have is that finishing up that book I was writing, and I think I'm about 2 weeks out, and kind of want to do a segue of what the book is really about, and what some of the data says is that Pope Innocent IV, and I love this quote, and really it's the entire premise of my book that brought it together. Right now it's going to be close to, I think, over 200 pages.
Wow,
nice.
So Pope Innocent IV said, usury is generally prohibited because if it were allowed, all manner of evils would ensue. It is clear that practically every evil follows from usury. So he said that, and that is what the entire book is about. And what it's kind of amazes me is that I'm going chapter by chapter to population collapse, going from the addiction pandemic that we have in this country and really in the world, that it kind of comes back to that concept of usury. And so it's kind of very unique in that sense. A lot of people wrote about usury, wrote about debt, but this book is going to be really about the spiritual life of the Catholic through this quote from Pope Innocent the Fourth.
And again, you look at Innocent IV, he's 13th century, and you might say, well, what the heck does that have to do with us in the 21st century? But, Drew, it has everything to do with us, right? I mean, the truth is always the truth. These things that have been taught by the church should be applied, and they should be applied carefully.
Yeah, and a couple, it's kind of interesting about what does a debt culture bring is that, and it's very difficult. A lot of people say, I really break down. There is a difference between business activity and just debt, that you want to have something before you actually work. But what really does, the debt culture, it takes away from the future because you're always thinking about the now. And then also what it does, it eliminates the past. It's very unique in how that happens. It eliminates the past, as in we forget what happened in the past. And more, I was doing the research on it, and we've seen that. I mean, the whole socialist and communist revolutions that we've seen in the last century was forgetting the past. It's a new way of thinking. It's always about the now and trying to move forward. And the Catholic Church is always built on tradition. It's always built on what was handed down. And that's what even the teaching of usury has kind of been lost, right, on it. So I got some interesting data talking about debt that I put in the book, that total U.S. household debt has reached $18.8 trillion in this quarter.
Wow.
So we're not talking about federal debt, which is getting close. It might be 40. I haven't checked it in the last couple of weeks. Close to 40. Over the past year, household debt has risen to $591,000. I saw one of the administrations. They're questioning him on Fox News this past month, and they're saying, I forgot, it might have been Scott Bassett was in the interview, and they're arguing that the credit card companies have seen a massive increase in their payments. Mm-hmm. And he was arguing that's a good sign for the economy. And that's a bad sign for the economy.
Because, yeah.
Credit card debt, what that means is people don't have the income, they're not producing their wages, and they have to resort to, I mean, by all definitions, credit card is usurious, right? I mean, if you have to buy a good on a credit card at a 20-something% interest rate, that's by its definition, that is such a negative sign for the economy. And here's a staggering thing, that we're at a 15-year high on delinquencies on credit cards of past 90 days right now. So this is a 15-year high, and this is a very troubling sign for the economy, that people cannot pay their credit cards. Also, student loan debt is at all-time high, credit cards at all-time high, and mortgage payments. Now, it makes sense about mortgage because we see the skyrocket of assets going up. But
household debt per, did you say $591,000 for household debt?
From a year ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, and here's the problem about, and I have a whole segment in my book about monetary policy that we need to reform it, like I've always mentioned in the show as well, that it's very difficult to actually measure it. It's because since prices always rise, these numbers are not exact of what they were last year. So it's constantly moving the goalposts. So prices are going up. And that's one of the things I always talk about, that we need a stable currency, and we need to go back to what the Constitution talks about. Congress needs to do it to be ahead of the money supply, and not give it to commercial banks that are constantly trying to create new money for profits. And that's how the system is set up today. And it is up big time, but the numbers that are really important to look at is the delinquencies, that we're not making enough money to pay back of what we have consumed. And that consumption is what goes into GDP, but we are not making enough to actually pay off what we consumed in GDP at a very high interest rate, which means all that money is going to the top, right, to those companies, but it's not going to the production of the country. And when you read these encyclicals, it's so important that the economy is production. The purpose of money, and I don't remember the exact quote, but it's one of the encyclicals, I think it was Rerum Novarum or Quadragesimo Anno, is that it states that money serves the production of the economy, and production of the economy serves the family, and the family serves the virtuous life. So you have that, and it's inverted, is that in our economy, we serve money.
Yeah.
And that's what Pope Innocent IV is saying, is that if it's allowed, that and the Bible states it too, the root of all evil is the love of money.
Right.
And if we want to make money apart from the productive aspect of the economy, we want to make money from money. And that's what usury is. That's where the greed and evil comes from.
And again, Drew, it comes back to this. We're in a situation. A situation has been created as an economy in our country that is antithetical to Catholic teaching. But how in the world do you apply that to our families and begin to recapture Catholic teaching, at least in our own families?
You know what's great about that? I got a whole chapter on that, chapter 10.
Nice.
So I can't mention it now, but you got to buy the book.
Is chapter 10 titled our current economy is antithetical to the Catholic teaching? Because if it is, I'm claiming responsibility for that.
It will now.
And of course, in a book on finance like that, your bookmark has to be like a $1 bill or something.
But the whole book is about what.
Better make it a 5. At this
it ends
point.
what we can do, and the chat. I really want to talk about the family. There's something we can do, and then it goes into the public policy. What we can
Nice.
Beautiful. Can't wait to read it. And can't wait to celebrate a birthday. Braden, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Brady.
Nice job. Drew Blazsik, Faith in Finance. We always look forward to this every Friday. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the donuts today.
Thank you.